always. Okay,
Okay.
right. Just put that in case we get places. We can start with becoming truly still, coming into that silent, listening state of being. It almost feels like allowing all the noise just to be heard. The noise of existing. That it feels like we're blocking out a lot of the time. So it's almost like coming to a stop and just allowing ourselves to turn around and become receptive to that chaos, all of that busyness. And just allowing it to flow through us until it's still. It starts to slow down. Like a tuning fork, it just starts to settle and soften. We start to feel that calmness, that depth of being. Where our frequency, our energetic frequency begins to harmonize. And harmonize with everyone around us. And it starts to become clear that we are holding ourselves in that separate state. that we're making an effort to be separate. And when we just slow down and become still, we can feel the togetherness, that oneness, that sharing start to flood in. And that's natural. And we have some kind of fear around that, like we're going to be drowned or lost. And the only way, really, to understand that we don't need to fear is to experience that oneness, to experience the sharing, letting everyone in. And feeling how instead of being lost, it's more like drinking or breathing, becoming full and whole and satisfied. And feeling the joy, that joy and happiness resonating, extending out and resounding like a gong or an orchestra. A wonderful music that sings and expands and continues to fill us up. As we keep allowing all of those barriers, those ideas of being alone, being independent, being limited, having to look after ourselves, having to keep boundaries and distance. Just realizing the illusion of all those false ideas. That when we let each other in, that it's healing. It's bringing love and joy to every part of us, like exposing every part of us to that light. And that feels so nourishing. So peaceful. And there are no thoughts of worries or anything separate from this moment. We're fully embedded in this moment. And remembering that this is who we are, this childlike acceptance, because the acceptance of the light is what protects us. From any darkness. Just feeling the power of that light and the power of letting go of any kind of unforgiveness, any concern about the future or the past, any anxiety over another or ourselves. And just knowing that this is the truth. This being anchored in the light and being anchored in each other. And feeling the power of dependence on each other. And the power of allowing that. and the joy of finding the truth, that the truth is love. And everything really will be healed with love. In fact, there is nothing to heal. There is nothing missing. And we can be certain of that. And feeling how multicolored and wonderful it is to be certain. Allowing ourselves to forget everything that ever held us back from this. And it's gone. Feeling how easy it is just to be in this place of light and expansion. Let's just think of one person who comes to mind instantly. One person we can fully extend that love to. Without any thought of who they are or what they mean to us. Just pure joy in extending love. And feel how vast that love is. And knowing that that love is extending to them. That they feel it and they receive it. And it opens their heart and it feeds them. We can feel how when we give like that, it doubles the love we feel in ourselves. And feel how magnificent the giving that I was receiving is. And we're remembering now that that is what we are. Love channelers, love givers, love offerers. and also receivers at the same time. And remembering how easy that is. And there's no reason that we can't do that for everyone. Let's feel now that we're extending love to everyone. Right now in this moment. And becoming aware of how this is our natural state of being. That this is breathing for us, for everyone. That we don't even have to try. That extending this love outwards is absorbing it back in and giving it to ourselves at the same time. That we can't give love without receiving it. Let's just do a little test of ourselves and think of somebody who we may have had an issue with, or some argument, or we feel they wronged us in some way. And we're going to open our heart up so big now for them. And feel how easy it is not to let anything get in the way of who we are. Because we're so deeply rooted in this fundamental state of being. We can't possibly lift out of it now for any thoughts or memories of who this person might be. It makes no difference. When we do that, we really feel them for who they are. Their authentic, loving self. Imagine stretching out our hands and taking their hands. Feeling how powerful that is for both of us. this never ending, unlimited flow of love. And there's no concept, no meaning at all to the idea of being hurt or wounded in this state. Because we're so full of light. Just making a promise to ourselves that we will not stay here because this is who we are, but make an effort not to allow illusions or thoughts or influences to keep us unaware of who we are. That we will be this light for everyone that we meet. From now on. Just gently coming back, opening our eyes, but staying open, staying in that state of being who we are, fully open, fully present, flowing. From our divine source. Feel free to share if you have an interesting or even not interesting thing to say.
That was a lovely meditation, Ken.
It was cool, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was, yeah, very easy.
Funny, because I usually kind of go through the chakras when we're doing it anyway.
Oh, yeah.
And it really seemed that like what you were saying with was sort of resonating with each
Oh,
different
wow.
one. Like,
That's cool. It probably is. I'm just like not aware of it.
yeah.
So which way does it go, like from bottom to the top?
Well, I think I tend to go that way, but sometimes I go the other way. I think you can do whatever different traditions do different things.
Right.
Mm.
That's
Yeah, I tend
cool.
to like to go from bottom to top, but sometimes I go the other way.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mm.
Yeah. Did you did you have a good experience with the did you feel that thing about how it doesn't matter who you're giving love to?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so kind of clear, isn't it, when we're like in that place and then it's crazy that
Especially when you kind of think of it as you're letting, well, what came to mind was that you're just letting, God's love through you, and God does
mm,
love everyone equally, so it's
yeah.
not difficult to.
I thought that at the end that I hadn't really like thought to stress that it was God's love coming through, but
Oh, I
yeah.
think it's still the same, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's the thing that you don't really, there isn't a kind of him and us, so it's like you don't feel it that way.
It's like, what's that lesson? And there is no love but God's.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's like not, it's just a question of words, really.
Mm. Well, I really like that idea that because it makes it seem so much easier to connect to God with just, because it's quite easy to just feel the feeling of love. And then
Yeah,
you
exactly.
think, well, that is God's love. So,
Yeah, that's
mm,
really cool. Yeah. I don't know what, I mean, I know that lesson, but haven't really thought of it in that way. But
yeah,
yeah, that's really good. Mm.
what's happened to the others?
They're still meditating. You have to unmute, Mum. Here we go. Could ask her to unmute. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
I
that
do.
was really nice. I'm finding it very hard to connect to people just now because we're just about to go away and there's all these people that we only see once a year. And I find it very difficult to accept their hospitality. I always
Mm,
feel very kind of, reluctant to to kind of impose on them.
mm,
But they never see it like that at all. They're always delighted to see us and we
yeah,
have a really good time.
you're like a light for them.
Well, I suppose it is. It's a kind of, yeah, it's a break in the boringness
Mm.
or whatever. Yeah.
I suppose if you think of yourself as that, then it won't feel bad because you're bringing
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. So that should really help me.
Mm.
And I definitely felt helped by the end.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was very powerful today, I found.
Yeah,
We're about to cut out in a second.
yeah. Is
Oh,
Anne
she
still
got.
here?
Yeah. Oh, she's